mince words. Let's get right into it. Vivica Fox this week on the Wendy Williams show as a guest host, along with, I can't think of his name, but he's that white guy from Queer Eye for the Straight Guy years ago when that show was hot. She surprisingly calls out Jada Pinkett-Smith for what happened not only for what happened at the Oscars, but for what Jada said recently about Will and Chris Rock, saying that both men need to come together to work things out, this, that, and the other. And, you know, what she, along with the other gentleman said, I don't think I could do it justice. I think it's best you hear it for yourself, and hope you two don't get me for this, but here it goes.
So let's move on to our next story.
Okay.
Jada Pinkett-Smith is finally speaking out about the infamous Oscar slap between Will Smith and Chris Rock. Jada spoke out on the latest episode of Red Table Talk. Let's take a look.
Now, about Oscar night, my deepest hope is that these two intelligent, capable men have an opportunity to heal, talk this out, and reconcile. The state of the world today, we need them both. And we all actually need one another more than ever. Until then, Will and I are continuing to do what we have done for the last 28 years. And that's keep figuring out this thing called life together.
Oh, way to quote Prince. This thing called life. What did you think about that?
This is going to be difficult for me. These are my peers. I've done a movie with both of them. Set It Off with Jada and Independence Day with Will Smith, which absolutely changed my life. When I saw this video last night, it made me cry. I'll be very honest with you guys. Come on, man. I really felt to be a partner to Will Smith, whose career basically took a crumble that night. We were all rooting for Will Smith that night, Oscar night. We wanted him to win. Will Smith that night, as far as I was concerned, was going to be crowned this generation's Sidney Poitier, which is a huge honor. I felt to be a good partner, there was no accountability. Will Smith was defending her honor. That was why the reason he walked on stage and slapped, because he felt like his wife had been offended. So for me to see no accountability as a partner, also let's not forget that Chris Rock was assaulted. We cannot forget that. For basically telling a joke that I really felt wasn't that bad. Let's not forget that this show was executive produced by Will Packer, an African-American man. This night was a night of African-American and diversity for brown and black people. That now will forever be scarred. I have love for the Smiths. I know their children. I've watched them grow up. I just wish that we could have had a little bit more accountability, and for it to not seem so self-righteous on Jada's part, and that's my feelings.
Okay. Well said. Thank you.
How did you feel?
I didn't love her turtleneck. Seemed overwhelming. It's like an Angora neck brace. I don't know. I'm gonna leave the deep stuff to Vivica. I'm here for fashion commentary. I will add, in all seriousness, it seemed like she was reading a teleprompter, and it didn't seem, this is a moment where you wanted it to be like off the cuff and like, God, that was a crazy night, and just tell us how you really feel and tell us,
Yes.
But it seemed just very like she was like a robot. Like
It's a little cold.
It was a little cold. And the other part when she said basically that the two guys have to work it out, I was like, why does Chris Rock have to work it out?
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. All right, let's move on to
Now, you just finished listening to what was said. And let me say, yeah, I still say what I said about Vivica Fox. And I meant what I said concerning that whole thing with Kevin Samuels. But, as I often say, sometimes it's not the messenger. The important thing is the message. And what she had to say on Jada Pinkett-Smith just narrowed in on this subject. I can't say she's wrong. She's not wrong. There was no accountability. And as far as Will and Chris Rock working out things, what does Chris Rock have to work out? He was the one that was actually assaulted. And to be honest, I always thought, and this is a little negative on Vivica a little bit, doesn't take away from what she said, but I always thought between her and even Lisa Ray, there was always a bit of jealousy at Jada Pinkett-Smith, because I believe deep down, they not only was jealous of Jada being with Will, but here's the thing, I think deep down they knew she never deserved him. And she's proven it pretty much time and again. She didn't deserve him. Or at least in recent years, she has not been worthy of him. And to the point where they almost seemed like they were heading to divorce a couple of years ago, Vivica and Lisa Ray, especially Lisa Ray, was all but putting out there, hey, if you break up, I'm available. Because I think both of them have always had a little thing for Will Smith. Deep down, even though they've never actually confessed it. But going back, what Vivica had to say was on point. And I ain't gonna lie, the gay dude, I can't remember his name, I apologize, but I know he was from that show, Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. The gay dude, I gotta admit, he was hilarious. He was hilarious afterwards. So, tell me what you guys think down in the comments section. I'm out.